Before anyone speaks, the room already knows something is about to shift. Not because of tension, not because of aggression, because of contrast. One body enters carrying certainty. Another already occupies the space without needing it. The gym does not announce itself as a stage. No banners, no trophies polished for reassurance, no mirrors demanding admiration. Just what's softened by years of footwork, air carrying the faint metallic scent of effort, and sound, not noise, but the residue of movement layered over time. Joe Louis crosses the threshold without hesitation. His posture carries alignment learned under pressure, not theoretical alignment, tested alignment, the kind that survives judges, crowds, bright lights, and the slow arithmetic of competition. This is not arrogance. It is validation. He moves with the confidence of a man whose system has worked exactly as promised. Across the room, Bruce Lee does not turn immediately. He is correcting his student's angle, not with force, not with command, but with placement. A shoulder lowered by a few degrees, a foot shifted half an inch. The correction lasts less than a second. The attention lasts much longer. Bruce exists fully where he stands, without urgency, without display. At this moment in history, Bruce Lee is not insulated by legend. There is no cinematic aura protecting his ideas, no mythology to amplify his presence. Only thought, only experimentation, only an insistence that something essential has been misunderstood. When Bruce finally turns, it is not reactive. It is timed. Joe introduces himself as an equal, a peer, a man who understands structure because structure has rewarded him repeatedly. He speaks calmly about fundamentals, about tradition refined through decades, about how discipline stabilizes chaos and makes power repeatable. The room listens, some with admiration, some with anticipation. Bruce listens differently. He is not evaluating correctness. He is listening for delay. Joe gestures to the floor and suggests a demonstration. Not confrontational, not aggressive, an offering. A stance is taken. Perfect. The geometry is precise. Weight distributed cleanly. Power stored, then released. The punch snaps forward. The air breaks sharply, like fabric torn cleanly in one direction. It is impressive. No one denies this. Bruce does not mirror it, does not counter it, does not critique it. He steps forward, not into a stance, not into preparation, just forward. Distance collapses without announcement. No footstep is heard. No warning registers. Bruce's fingers rest against Joe's chest, light enough to be respectful, precise enough to matter. Joe does not flinch, but he did not see the movement begin. Bruce steps back. The space between them returns. Something else does not. The room exhales slowly, unconsciously. Joe smiles instinctively, then pauses. Not offended, not threatened, unsettled. They begin to talk. Bruce does not speak about winning. He speaks about time, about how every technique carries instruction, and how instruction, however refined, inserts a pause between intention and arrival. Joe listens, arms folding loosely now, not defensively, thoughtfully. Bruce asks Joe to raise his hands. Palms forward. No resistance. The strikes arrive quietly at first. Not violent, not theatrical. Each one lands before anticipation can assemble itself. The sound is not loud. It is clean, honest. Joe lowers his hands and studies them as if they belong to someone else. Something has passed through his certainty without permission. Bruce drags a wooden chair into the open space and sits. The shift is immediate. Standing is identity. Sitting is inquiry. Bruce speaks slowly now, about systems, about how every fighting art began as an honest attempt to understand reality, how someone once observed movement, balance, vulnerability, and translated it into method, then how method hardened into rule, rule into tradition, tradition into protection. Maps are useful, Bruce says, but confusing them for terrain makes movement fragile. Joe listens without interruption. They stand again. No one announces a spar. Joe moves more carefully now, alert, adaptive. Bruce adjusts inches at a time. Nothing dramatic. Nothing fast for the sake of speed. Strikes past where Bruce was, never where he is. What unsettles the room is not velocity. It is absence. Bruce is never far, just not available. Joe stops after several attempts. Breathing heavier now, eyes sharper. Bruce speaks about patterns. That repetition reveals itself. That predictability is not failure, only visibility. Freedom, he says, leaves no outline to follow. They talk about fear. Bruce does not deny it. He reframes it. Fear is information when observed. A prison only when resisted. Someone shifts their weight near the wall. No one speaks. Joe finally asks when training begins. Bruce answers quietly. It already has. Later, Joe leaves without ceremony. No loss recorded. No victory claimed. Only a man exiting with fewer certainties and sharper curiosity. Nothing official documents what happened there. No footage. No proof acceptable to institutions. Only a story that survives because it refuses to resolve. Because it suggests something deeply uncomfortable. That mastery is not demonstrated by control, but by how little is required to change everything. Was this mastery or myth? If structure creates strength, does freedom destroy it or perfect it? Tell me what you believe actually happened in that room.